First and foremost, yes, start with the theme. If you're gonna start with a house, you gotta start with colors. Before you can buy the furniture and you can put in the carpet and you can figure out what's gonna go on the walls and how you're gonna live in that environment, you have to figure out what is the theme of the room. Is this Italian? Is it contemporary? Is it industrial? Is it shabby chic? Look, whatever your theme is for your environment, you're gonna start there. Theme, backdrop, general feel of the set, what knickknacks are gonna be in there. That's the first and foremost, because that's the first thing people see. They click, they log in, they see you, they're gonna look at your backdrop. Ultimately, it comes down to the story that you're telling that's authentically you. It's super important that you make sure that whatever people see that's behind you, that theme that you're trying to create, that studio set is 100% you. If I'm connecting or talking to someone who's in the finance industry, their backdrop should be clean and organized. If I'm connecting with someone who loves to talk about cars, I think the theme should have maybe tools on the wall or cool things that replicate it, or maybe even a picture of a car, because that theme is authentically them. Ultimately, you want to make sure that the story that you're telling is you and that it's simple in the overall way that it's displayed. You want to make sure that your theme is not distracting, but that it's cohesive and complementary to who you are and the content that you're creating and sharing for anybody that's going to consume it on the other end. So when you're thinking about your theme, you want to think about some potential questions that you want to ask yourself. Like, what is something that many people might not know about you? That's an example that I'm a skydiver, but ultimately, I really love to fly. I love being in the sky. I love airplanes. So the theme of my office is an airplane hangar. You might want to ask yourself, what is a common thread that has been going through your life that has helped you get to be the person that you are now? And that common thread will tell you a lot about who you are and why you're the person you are today. You might also want to consider something along the lines is, what's a turning point in your life? Now this one's a bit more abstract, but it's also important because that turning point has made you who you are, and maybe you can look at that question and say, yes, that is authentically who I am today, and you want to showcase that. One of the great places to go to understand your theme or to help give you ideas, Instagram. Start thinking about what you gravitate towards. I love looking at the industrial stuff on Instagram, so I knew that that was really part of the theme of who I am. Instagram, Pinterest, what you look at when you walk into a building, what you like. Also, where do you spend most of your time? For me, I jump out of planes, so I was always in airplane hangars, so it made sense that I wanted to make an airplane hangar. It really just comes down to looking. Now, if that doesn't do it enough, go on Amazon, look at some interior design books, flip through some books at your library, find the things that will inspire you, take photos of them, start laying them out. A lot of times what interior designers will do is they'll take colors and they'll throw them on a piece of paper, like a color palette there. They'll take some pictures of furniture and ideas and frames, and they put all these pictures and they add and take away just by cut out pictures from magazines. And that also helps create the theme. One of the other themes that really helps me, and this is something I drive through my speaker business, is I say that I'm the James Bond of keynote speaking. Well, so when I think about just that sentence alone, the James Bond of keynote speaking, it allowed me to help create the theme that I wanted on my webpage, within my office, within my environment. So I wanted to make sure it was clean. I had a good suit. I had great high tech. Humor was involved. Colors were basic blacks and whites and blues and earth tones along those lines. And adventure. I wanted to convey adventure. So sometimes you can get a theme from a simple sentence and it's game changer. So yeah, just use the tools that are available to you and start playing around with them, and your theme will start to just basically show up and then run with that.